Olá, bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Bem-vindos a outro podcast of Portuguese with Carla. Podcast 32. So I'm Carla Sabala.
E eu sou Marlon Sabala.
Sim. And what are we doing today, Marlon?
Bom, hoje o que é que nós vamos fazer? We are going to carry on from last week's episode. So you gave me directions to this snail shop, if we can call it that. And so today you are ordering the said snails.
Yes.
Although we wanted to give somebody the voice, or somebody else the voice of the shop assistant, or the person who's selling you the snails. So that would be...
Mother.
Hello, Mom again. Hola. How are you?
Good, excellent. So this is my mum. Sometimes we have Marlon's mum. I've had my mum once. Maybe some of you will recall that. And she's back. And she's got a twang of Angolan accent. So that should be interesting. Okay. So shall we make a start?
Yep. Let me just put some sound effects here.
Not just yet, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
right.
3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go.
Se calhar, enquanto eu vou ali comprar os caracóis, tu podes ir buscar as cervejas.
Pode ser. Até já.
Boa tarde.
Boa tarde. Diga, faz favor.
Olha, eu queria levar caracóis, mas vejo que têm várias opções. Como é que funciona?
Pode pedir só caracóis, só caracoletas ou uma mistura.
Só caracóis, não gosto de caracoletas.
Tem 3 tamanhos. A caixa pequena a 2,50€, a caixa média 3,90€ e a caixa grande a 7€. Se levar a maior, tem direito a uma bebida grátis.
Está bem, quero essa.
Muito bem. As bebidas estão no frigorífico, atrás de si. Pode tirar a que preferir.
Obrigada. Okay, that was good, you see. That was very good. Thank you, Mum.
Oh, welcome. It's a pleasure.
Muito obrigada. That was very good. Yeah,
That only took 2 tries, so that's
so it's not bad at all, is it? And I mean, she didn't actually went through the lines. It was on the spot there.
On the fly.
So that's good. Yes.
Excellent.
All right.
Okay, good.
All right. So shall we just say, tchau, mãe. Muito obrigada.
Bye.
Ok, podes falar em português, né?
Tchau, obrigada.
Ciao. Okay, so let's translate this into English.
Let us do that.
Okay, so if I translate my lines and you translate yours as well as my mum's, the waiter,
The shop. Yeah, the waiter.
or the lady from the shop.
Yep. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so perhaps maybe while I go there to get the snails or to buy the snails, you could go fetch or you could go get the beers.
Okay then, see you soon.
Okay, so then I get into the shop. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How can I help?
I would like to take or get some snails, but I see that you have various options. How does it work?
You can order snails, so only snails, only big snails, caracoletas, or a mixture, a mix.
A mixture or a mix of the two?
Yeah.
All right.
A medley.
Okay. Only snails. I don't like big snails.
You have 3 sizes. The small box at €2.50, the medium box at €3.90, and the big box at €7. If you take the bigger one, you'll get a drink for free.
Okay, I want that one.
Very well. The drinks are in the fridge. Behind you, you can take the one that you prefer.
Okay. All right, so let's break this down then. All right? Okay.
You start, Carla.
Yes.
Go.
Se calhar. Se calhar. That is a synonym for talvez, which means maybe or perhaps. You can also use it when you want to say, maybe it's going to rain tomorrow. So the probability of something happening. But if you use se calhar, then you're okay to use the normal tenses of the indicative. Yeah? So se calhar vai chover. Maybe it's going to rain. But if you use talvez, which is a synonym, you're forced to use the conjunctive. So
it makes things a little bit more complicated for yourself.
So you might just want to use se calhar. I know se calhar is used for in Portugal. I don't know I don't think the Brazilians use this, but anyway, this is for those who want to learn European Portuguese.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so se calhar. Se calhar. Se calhar, enquanto eu vou ali, whilst I go there, or while I go there, enquanto eu vou ali comprar os caracóis, and again, se calhar, enquanto eu vou ali comprar os caracóis, tu podes ir, you can go, tu podes ir buscar as cervejas. Buscar, fetch. Yeah, but you could translate as just get the beers, I suppose.
Yes.
In English you use the verb to get for everything and anything.
You do, yeah.
Tu podes ir buscar as cervejas. I'm sure that many of you know this word anyway for beer. So, tu podes ir buscar as cervejas.
Or in Angola, I think they use birra, right? Which is some connection to beer, I guess. They're too similar not to be semantically connected.
Although in Portugal, that word birra is when somebody's... Is it tantrum?
Tantrum, yeah.
Yeah. So, interesting.
Quite different. I guess if you want to cure a baby's tantrum, give him some birra.
No. Bad advice. Okay. Right. Okay. So you're like...
I say pode ser. It can be, really, I'm saying it's all right then. Até já. Until now. What I mean is until soon or see you soon. Okay. So those are the idiosyncrasies of the Portuguese language. But pode ser. Pode ser. Can be. Até já. Quite open A there at the end. Até já. Open your mouth. Why? Don't be afraid of saying já. Okay? Not já. Já. Até já. Okay?
Até já.
So the whole thing again. Pode ser. Até já.
So I just say boa tarde, which you must be familiar with by now.
Good afternoon.
Boa tarde. Good afternoon. And once again, boa tarde. Okay.
So the lady, should have taken the sound off that. The lady then says the same thing. Good afternoon. Boa tarde. And then she says, can I help? Or, how can I help? But she says it in a very peculiar way, which is not peculiar for Portuguese speakers. But if we translate it literally, it sounds a bit weird. She's saying, tell me, please.
Say please. Diga.
Tell me, please do. Faz favor.
So she's using the imperative. So it sounds like she's giving you an order, but she's really just asking you to tell her what, how she can help you or what she can help you with.
Yeah. Tell me if you please. Yeah, that's more or less, I think that's a more accurate translation. Tell me if you please. Say if you please. Okay. Faz favor. So if you repeat after me, faz favor. Se faz favor. And if you had a podcast before, we probably mentioned, or you've probably heard us mention this, this would fuse into a se faz favor.
Dropping the second F or changing it into a CH.
Yeah,
or SH
because
in English.
Your mouth has to do a lot of work to put that sh from faz and then go into an F.
Yes,
which
faz favor.
Yes, very difficult for your mouth to do. So, faz favor.
Se faz favor. Faz favor.
Diga. Diga. Diga se faz favor.
So how would you explain the difference between se faz favor e por favor?
I don't know.
So literally, it's if you please, se faz favor, and por favor,
in meaning,
please.
I don't know if there's any. Is there?
But when would you use? I don't think so. But I was just saying because I think most of the listeners probably are familiar with por favor, so they will be asking. Some of you might be asking.
I don't know. Por favor sounds a bit more. Sounds a bit posher, does it not?
Yeah, a bit more polite, maybe a bit more formal.
Yeah.
So in a restaurant, when you talk to other people, you could still say se faz favor, but I think I would have the tendency to say por favor in a bank, with the doctors. I don't know.
Yeah.
In a more formal setting.
Yeah, I'll definitely. Yeah. You could use either one. You could use se faz favor,
But then
especially
you
if
have
you do
to pronounce it
it
properly.
se faz favor. Okay, se faz favor is
Very
a very lazy
casual,
way of doing.
yeah.
Acceptable, but perhaps not in formal situations. Okay, so that's my line. Boa tarde. Diga se faz favor. Okay.
Olhe, eu queria levar caracóis. That means look, but again, it's not a rude thing to say in Portuguese. Look, I wanted to take some. In English, it may sound a little bit rude, but in Portuguese, it's fine. And the way I say olhe, I'm addressing the person by você, so it does express some formality or some measure of respect. Olhe, eu queria, I wanted, or really the equivalent I would like, eu queria levar. Eu queria levar caracóis. Eu queria levar caracóis. Mas vejo, but I see, mas vejo que têm, so the tem without the hats, T-E-M, tem, with a hat, têm.
The only difference is tem is referring to one single person.
Yeah, the third
You,
singular.
they. Têm is you plural.
Or they.
Or they.
They have. But I see that you have. Mas vejo que têm várias opções. Várias opções. Vejo que têm várias opções. Como é que funciona? How does it work? Como é que funciona? Once more. Como é que funciona? Okay, Marlon. Over to you.
So she explains you can ask or you can request only snails, only caracoletas, which we couldn't really find a translation for this, but it simply means big snails. Right.
Some say one we found snailets. But
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Just big snails. So snail, caracol, big snail, caracoleta. I guess you could say it's the female of caracol, caracoleta. But I don't think it has.
well, snails are hermaphrodites, isn't it? Is that how you say it?
Hermaphrodites? Yeah, no, but I'm saying the word caracol, if you try to make up a female word for that, would be caracoleta, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't think it has any connection. Again, as you say, are they? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Hermaphrodites. Yeah, see, they don't have troubles in marriage.
Hermafroditas.
Ou uma mistura, or a mixture. What she's saying is you can have both, really. So let's start from the end of that sentence. Mistura. S becomes SH sound in English. Mistura.
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 It just sounds as if you're putting the emphasis on a mish.
I'm just doing
Is it
that
because you're
that
highlighting the S?
The SH,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
But yeah, you would emphasize second to last syllable.
Yeah.
Mistura.
Mistura. Shout the words, guys. You shout the words, you get your syllable right. Hopefully.
Ou uma. Ou a. Ou uma. Ou uma mistura. Ou uma mistura. Só caracoletas. 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 Don't know how many times you're going to use that word, but there we go. At least you know it now. Só caracoletas ou uma mistura. By the way, caracoletas don't taste nowhere near as nice as just
Really?
the normal.
I haven't tried it because
They normally roast them actually. Caracoletas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like the snails. I like the taste. I like the way they season it. But they just, it might sound a bit
Oregano,
disgusting, but if for those who don't like it or haven't tried it, it just slides down your throat basically, doesn't it? But with caracoleta, the texture, I would feel the texture more, and I think that would actually put me off. So I haven't actually tried it. Some people love it more so than they do just the small normal snails, but I can't bring myself to try it. Maybe one day. Oh, okay.
Só caracóis. Só caracóis. Pode pedir. So the D is quite difficult to miss, but it's there. Pode pedir. Pode pedir. Until the comma. Pode pedir só caracóis. And the whole thing. Pode pedir só caracóis, só caracoletas ou uma mistura. By the way, this is based on real life experience from last week. Or not last week, but a few weeks ago when we were actually going through something very similar. And this Casa de Caracóis actually exists now. Apparently it's a chain all over Portugal. And the snails are very nice. Carla,
very tasty.
it's your line.
Okay. So, só caracóis, only snails, the normal ones. Só caracóis. Não gosto de caracoletas. I don't like. Não gosto. The O from gosto at the end is there, okay? Some of you will say, no, it's not, but you think it isn't, okay? If you say it without it, I will know that you haven't said it. So it is there. What you do...
teacher.
Okay, what you do is you do pronounce the O's at the end. So maybe just a little tip, it may help. You know the shape of the mouth you have to do to go ooh, okay? So do that anyway. Even if the sound is sort of fainted, it will be there. Because that's what it happens, isn't it? That O at the end of gosto is faint, but it's there. We will know if it hasn't been pronounced.
Yeah, I guess because the T is one of those consonants that you say with, air trapped behind your tongue. So whatever shape your mouth takes just after that T is the sound that will come out. Right?
Yeah, but because it's not your strong syllable, it's not going to be stressed.
T. Yeah. Go on, sorry. Go on, Carla.
No, you've said it.
No, go on, Carla.
I was just saying, because the syllable isn't being stressed, then that's why you don't hear the O very well. I don't think it's much to do with the T or the P or C. All our words that end with O that aren't, and that syllable isn't the strong syllable in a word. You barely hear it, or many of you barely hear it. So, but it's there. Very fainted, but it's there. Okay, so I'll say that again. Não gosto de okay. Não gosto de caracoletas. Não gosto de caracoletas.
Okay. So then she gives you the options, Carla. She says, tem três tamanhos. You have três tamanhos. Sizes. Okay. If you are going to shop and ask if you have the particular size, that's the word you would use. Tamanho.
Okay, say it more naturally then.
Tamanho. Am I not saying it natural? Tamanho.
I don't know, I can't remember how you said it, but
saying it natural.
You just remind me of some of the people sometimes that like audios for Portuguese when they're teaching, they overstress syllables, but that's not really how we speak naturally.
Okay,
is it?
okay.
I don't mean to be horrible, okay?
That's okay. Well,
It's just because you want them to know what is the natural way of speaking, isn't it? So,
yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, am I?
No, it's okay.
am I-
You're the teacher.
No, stop saying that. It's just,
Well, you are. Tem 3 tamanhos. Is that
Right.
natural enough?
yes, that's excellent. Okay.
You would say that now.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we're cool with each other here. Okay, it's we're not really arguing.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay, so, and then she says, a caixa pequena a 2,50 €. If you want to add that. So, 2 euros. 2 euros. 2 euros. E 50. 50. 50. 2,50 €. A caixa pequena. So, pequena. Small. Pequena. A caixa. The box. A caixa. A caixa pequena. A caixa pequena a 2,50 €. And then this is medium one. So, a caixa média. Média. A caixa média a 3,90 €. 3 euros. 3, the word 3 ends with an S. And euro starts with an E, so they join in a sort of a Z sound. 3 euros. 3,90 €. 90. And then she has a bigger box, or the big box as she calls it, ia and the ia. Caixa grande. Caixa grande. Caixa grande. At 7 euros. Yes, it should be 7 euros, but because then you have 2 E's together, the E at the end of set and the E at the beginning of euros, it becomes an I sound. 7 euros.
Or some just drop the E from set.
7 euros.
7 euros, yeah.
Yeah. So let's do the first line, or the first 2 sentences. Tem 3 tamanhos. Tem 3 tamanhos. A caixa pequena a 2,50 €. A caixa média a 3,90 € e a caixa grande a 7 euros. Or 7 euros or 7 euros. Either would be fine. And this shop is very nice because they give you a free drink apparently. So if you take the big one, you tem direito, you have the right. That's often how they would put it. You have the right to a free drink. Or to a drink free. Grátis. Think of, if you want to remember that word, gratuity. Or, gratuity. Grátis. Bebida. Bebida grátis. Uma bebida grátis. Tem direito. Tem direito. And the whole thing, tem direito a uma bebida grátis. And the bit just before that, se levar a maior, maior. The R is there, very soft, but it is there. Se levar a maior, if you take the bigger one, se levar a maior, tem direito a uma bebida grátis.
Yeah. I think bigger and biggest, isn't it? So in this case is in Portuguese it's the same word. So if you say bigger, I think you say maior que, no, bigger than.
Bigger than.
Yeah. But if it's just the biggest, in this case, it is the biggest, because all you say is, if you take the biggest, there's nothing after. There's nothing to compare it with, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So you'd say a maior, and that would be definite.
Yeah, but maior que is bigger than. And
Or mais maior grande.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah. That is bad Portuguese, guys. Do not pick up on that one. Okay.
Se levar. Okay, so let me just do the line again. If you don't just repeat after me, but do it along with me. I'm going to do it from the beginning. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Tem 3 tamanhos. A caixa pequena a 2,50€, a caixa média a 3,90€ e a caixa grande a 7€. Se levar a maior, tem direito a uma bebida grátis. Ok, Carla?
Ok. Então, so I say, está bem. Ok, it's okay. Está bem. Está bem. Sometimes we just drop the ES from está. Well, oftentimes. Está bem. Está bem. Quero essa. I want that. That one. Quero essa.
Oh, that one.
Okay. Tá bem, quero essa. If you want to say it properly, está bem, quero essa.
Okay. Essa, remember, we had a discussion on this some weeks ago, but essa meaning referring to something that's near the person who you're speaking to. Esta if it was something near you, or aquela if it was something
Far away
distant
from the
both
two
of you. Finally, she says very well, the drinks are in the fridge behind you. You can take whichever one you prefer. Or you can take the one you prefer. Muito bem. Very well. Muito bem. Muito bem. As bebidas estão no frigorífico atrás de si. That was a bit quick. Atrás. Behind. Atrás. De si. Behind of you. Formal. Si. If it was atrás de ti, for somebody you know and have familiarity with. Atrás de si. Frigorífico. That's a tricky one. Frigorífico. Fridge. No frigorífico. And adding the atrás de si. No frigorífico atrás de si. As bebidas estão. The drinks are. As bebidas estão. Ou estão. As bebidas estão no frigorífico atrás de si. Okay? Hope that wasn't too quick. Let me just do it one more time. As bebidas estão no frigorífico atrás de si. You can take whichever one you prefer. Pode tirar a que preferir. 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 A que preferir. Tirar a que preferir. Pode tirar. Again, the D is there, it's very soft. Pode tirar. Pode tirar a que preferir. Okay?
Okay, ótimo. Excellent.
That is it for today. There's quite a lot of words there that you could use.
Sure thing. And numbers. So that's
too.
Good, yeah. Yeah. So I just want to mention for our next podcast, you'll have something a little different.
Ooh, yes.
As many of you know, maybe all of you know, that yes, Viva Portugal! Portugal won the Eurovision contest of 2017. I want to say 2016. 2017. So we're very happy with Mr. Salvador Sobral. I think the song is beautiful, and I think he sang it beautifully. And it's a very good song. I mean, even for you to learn and analyze it and translate it.
Is it? So I'm guessing you're saying that, and I know you've done it with some of your students in class. Is it then filled with are the lyrics poetic in style?
No, I think that's the thing. You see, I mean. No, I wouldn't say so, because some lines you actually would use it in normal life. It's not a bit cheesy. I mean, maybe put together it might be from some people's point of view, but many of the expressions. It's not a very long song at all. It's actually quite short, quite small. But some of the phrases are very good, very useful, and the verbs as well. It's full of the conjunctive tenses. There's present and future, if I remember it well. Only present and future conjunctive in this song, but it's really good because it's the present and the future, or the conjunctive tenses are they express uncertainty, they express doubt, hope, possibility, probability. So that's why that's the can't speak.
What?
That's when you have to use it, when you want to, like, perhaps this and the other, maybe this, I hope that. Those words are clues. They give you the clue that, or they tell you that you must use the conjunctive then. But anyway, you check it out, see what you think. I think some of you will love it, and a few of you might not, but it's still useful for learning Portuguese.
Yeah.
And so we decided to do a song ourselves for the next podcast. So again, one that we chose carefully, because we wanted to make sure it was one that you can actually benefit from.
There's a lot of stuff there that's quite useful. In fact, none of it is really that poetic. I couldn't find anything. It's very much spoken Portuguese.
Yeah.
Good. So we look forward to that.
Yeah. So just bear in mind, I mean, we both love singing, but we are just amateurs. We only sing in the shower and around the house. So take no notice of that. All right.
Good. So I think I did mention it at the beginning, but if you've gone this long, you probably have already gotten the idea that it's good to do this podcast alongside a dialogue, which we have provided either on your podcast app. It should be there if it's a good programmer who's done it, because I've provided that they can pick it up. But there's, of course, and we always recommend this, go to our website. That's the best place to get dialogue, because you also get a little audio loop, so you can listen to it over and over again, just the bit with the dialogue. And you get some more stuff such as flashcard exercises. So for this one would be ptwithcarla.com/podcast33. As always...
This one, it's 32.
Yes, you're right. 32. Podcast 32. So ptwithcarla.com/podcast32. 33 doesn't exist yet. Hopefully it will if nothing weird happens. YouTube.com, it's Portuguese with Carla. Twitter, PT with Carla. And I think that's about it, Carla.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I didn't hear what you said. I just heard Twitter, but I just sort of switched off. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
It's late. Late. It's almost 9 o'clock.
So it's not really that late, but I've had a long day, so I'm just
I'm gonna put the end jingle because I need to go hoover.
Okay, well done.
Hoovering.
See, good husband.
Yes,
very good. Okay, all right, guys.
So what are you gonna do, Carly? If I'm gonna hoover, you gotta do something.
I'm gonna cook at 9 o'clock in the evening. I'm gonna prepare
Portuguese style
food. Yeah, not just for today, but for tomorrow as well.
Okay,
so.
Good woman.
Okay. Right. Okay, right.
See you later,
guys.
Ciao.
Bye. Ciao, ciao. That's right, yeah. So it'll be me and the lady from the shop.
Yes.
And guess who that is? It's Mother. Mãe, como é que é? Olá. Yeah, you want to say a little bit more? Queres dizer pouco mais? Olá, tudo bem?
Posso falar mais?
Podes, mãe.
Hello, how are you?
Mas podes falar em português.
Mas estão a gravar já?
Yeah, everything. Tudo está a ficar gravado. You want to cut that off?
Just carry on, Carla.
Mas não é indireto. Se nós quisermos cortar, nós cortamos.
Então cortam, tá bem?
Ok, então mete lá isso a tocar, não lá. Depois corta. Tá bem. Mas
corta
só
mesmo, tá bem,
para ver se a gente repete. Só para repetir ou não.
Marlon, corta mesmo, ah? Não vais pôr as minhas vozes lá.
Podes começar agora então.
A cena?